It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like, share, and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, it's the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, come take a ride with us. If you DJ and a rapping, no capping, stay on LinkedIn, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver's who's. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Dang, man, what's good? I get hyped, just so hyped just listening to that intro. Like, damn, just let it ride.
Right.
Just let it ride. What's good, everyone? It's Saturday morning. I'm Gemini Statik. You know what that means. We're hanging out at the bus stop, man, ready to go, talk some sports. Had a little bit of technical difficulties with the computer this morning, so we started a little late, but who cares? It is what it is, right? We're here. We're ready to go. What up, Statik?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, man, you ready to go? Like I said,
Yep.
just
Football.
kind of hype, man. Yeah, man. I was hanging out with the homie Brian man last night, and you know he is bringing up the fact that we're doing the show and stuff, and it's cool to hear that people are like noticing. You know what I mean? So
that's all the way from Hawaii.
All the way from Hawaii, right? So that's good to go, and hopefully we'll probably have to do a special episode to get him on here once he gets back to Hawaii, right? Because I think it's like a 6-hour difference or something like. I don't know the time. They're freaking wild.
Yeah,
but
it'll be dinner time for him.
Right, we'll probably have to do it on a Saturday night, not a Saturday morning. We'll see. But either way, man, I'm ready to go. Football is here. College game day is getting going right now. We got 2 NFL games. We started off. We saw someone get spit on, right? We saw someone blow their freaking leg up, right? And then there was some football played.
Yep.
Right. So let's talk about it. We'll talk about that today. And then, of course, we got new music. Looks like we have a live reaction coming up later, guys. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing a live reaction to Drake's The Iceman 3, right? Drake just keep coming out with these. I just can't stop thinking about the anime. Try to find that and bring that up, man. But anyway,
check that out myself.
It's freaking hilarious. It's Kendrick Lamar and Drake anime version of their beef. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. But anyway, how I normally do. When I'm driving the bus, go ahead and hit you guys with a promo real quick, and then when we come back, we'll just roll right in to talking about these games we saw already and what we can expect for the rest of the NFL weekend. So, guys, hit that like button. This is the bus stop on Shady Sports Network. I'm Gemini Statik. Hang with us. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends. Get in the chats. Tell us what you're listening to. Tell us what games you're watching this weekend. We'd love to talk all about it. So let's hit you up with the Shady Sports promo. Check it out for more. We'll be right back, guys. Man, first off, watching College Game Day. I think it's the second college game. I didn't watch it last weekend. Well, I did watch it here and there because there's Lee Corso's last weekend. And it's just wild how quickly they pivoted, right? They got Trey Young on there now. So now I guess they're probably going to have like celebrities or other athletes come on and play some Lee Corso.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Even last night, I seen they had Destroyer on there.
Okay.
On the Chiefs game in Brazil. So he did a little weird quick segment, and it fit the scheme. I mean, it follows the trend of, relevancy.
Mm-hmm. That's funny because that right there shows you how his influencer fame outweighs his actual football prowess, right? Because isn't he's in the UFL, right? Still,
right?
Or is he even still playing? I don't even think he has to play.
Yeah, he played for the Brahmas, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I know he was with the. Okay, so if he's still with the Brahmas, that's the thing. It's like you got a dude who's bringing in more views than your entire league. Not only that, but he's on commercial. They have, players that have come from the NFL that play in the UFL, right? But they have this guy destroying who hasn't even stepped foot on an NFL team, right? Like talking during it. I think that's kind of cool. That shows you the power of change.
And the story behind it's all really cool too. Before NIL was a thing and all that, he became very popular on YouTube and Instagram and all that. And he pretty much picked that over because, I mean, he picked the lucrative career and had the lucrative mindset to say, you know what, I'm just going to stick with influencing and I'll give up on that for now. And NCAA kicked him out anyway because of his money he was making off of social media.
Stupid.
And that was just before NIL hit. So I mean, he just came in at that worst possible time and came up in the worst possible time, and it affected his career for up to this day. But I mean, obviously he's maintained his relevancy. It's obviously chosen to be a good, successful career for him, and it was the right decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I think personally, had there been NIL, right, he'd probably been scrutinized much more than Shedeur Sanders, right? He wouldn't have had time to go out and produce as much content, go out and race people in random places because he'd be actually practicing, right, and like getting ready for the season. So
yeah,
I think it kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, for definitely.
Sure. Not for the NCAA. They probably would have one or two more bigger deals. I don't know. Whatever. It's probably
it's a greedy institution, man. It's a greedy institution. I'm sure they're kicking themselves in the butt that they just didn't figure it out sooner and take some of his money.
Well, and I mean, yeah, think about it. Like all the players that have been popular throughout college history, right?
Yeah.
That would have dominated. Tim Tebow on NIL would have been through to probably making, there are quarterbacks now that turn down NFL contracts, because they're making, what is that? I think it was a wide receiver. He left, I think, which practice squad? I'll have to look it up. He left a practice squad and he went back to college in Texas, which I didn't even know you could do.
It's crazy, man. He's just like, no, I'll just go back to school. I mean, that's kind of like what Magic Johnson did back in his heyday. He was trying to get himself a lucrative rookie contract, and and teams were recruiting him and all that. They pretty much told him, we're going to give you this much, and he's like, you know what, that's great, but I haven't chosen a team. And they're like, wait a minute, we choose you. And he's like, or I can just go back to college.
Right? Like, it's so wild, and I don't know. I just couldn't even imagine being like 17, 18 years old and like, well, either way you go, you're not wrong, but one way, right? Because I figure, yeah, you could make a lot and stay in college and never even have to set foot on an NFL field, right? And like be good for the rest of your life. So I guess it comes down to what you want nowadays more so because, yeah, people back then they had to choose. They're like, well, I have to go into this professional sport, right, to change for my family and change my life. Now it's like, do I know? Like, you can change it before, but at the same time, like, you can also kind of make more money too, right? Like, knowing that NFL careers are shorter.
Yeah, no, and it's there's so much opportunity now other than just being athletic. If you get into, you know, the sports realm of relevancy, you can play it so many different directions now these days, which is great. You can go into sports analyst, you can go into spectating, you can go into. Marshawn Lynch was at, I can't remember if it was last night's game or two. I think it was last night's game actually, where he was on the sidelines as an NFL photographer.
Oh, as a photographer, he's been doing that a lot lately, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome to see. Like, it's like, because yeah, it's cool to see the different directions
Right.
that these guys have and how many options there are out there. You know, even for ones that aren't, you know, necessarily making it to the NFL. Not everybody's goal is to make it to the NFL. Some people just want to play, you know, and we cover a lot of those guys here on Shady Sports Network, guys, just to drop a little plug, you know, so check out the website. We had Around the Indoor Football World this morning, every Saturday morning, talking about a lot of those guys that are out there that just love the sport, man. Like, sometimes, you know, like, and I think you'll see a lot more of that too, even where maybe some people don't even necessarily need the pressures of the NFL, right? Like, you can make enough maybe an NIL to where you can go and enjoy any direction and path in football you want. And there's so many different avenues, indoor, UFL, arena, you know, all types of different leagues nowadays. Right. I wonder how that'll affect, because I feel like 5 years ago, the biggest, in my eyes, the biggest threat to like professional sports was esports, right? You know, you're worried about kids saying, "Oh, I don't need to play these physical sports when I can play esports," and, you know, and probably have some type of career from it.
Right. I remember that was a big episode on Ballers. That's one of my favorite shows when it was still coming out new and everything like that. And, you know, there was that one actor and player on there. He was turning down Dallas Cowboys contracts and holding out on them because he had an esports contract.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Now it's like, I feel like NIL was like the counteraction to esports. Like, oh yeah, you can go make 80,000, 100,000, you know, playing on the E League. I don't even know if the E Leagues they're probably still going. They're just not as big as they were for a moment.
Right. And that transcends to different sports, not just even football. You got basketball with the big three. You got, you know, people like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese turning down contracts that are bigger than, you know, their WNBA contracts. It's like, you know, it's crazy to have those options these days.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. There's so many different options that keep popping up, right? Like, you see, like, you know, even in, you know, just like the professional sports, there's all the international leagues that are starting to get bigger too. It's becoming more of like an international. These guys are getting hype up here, man.
Yeah.
Trae Young. I wonder what even has to do with it. Are they in Atlanta? They're not even in Atlanta. They're talking about the Central Michigan Pittsburgh game. Is Trae Young? Did he go to school at one of those?
I don't recall where Trae Young went actually.
Let's see. Maybe that'd be why. Because I don't see. Either way. Any college games you're looking forward to? He went to Oklahoma. He didn't go to any one of those.
I am interested in keeping up with UNC just because of Bill Belichick, seeing how that really kind of
just watching him get blown out every week. What the heck? They better get that. He better get that Dion treatment too, about how he can't coach, how he doesn't know what he's doing. He needs clock management, all this and that. They scored what, twice?
Yep. He's got to keep his receipts though.
Better keep those receipts too. Talking all that. I'm for reals, man. Same thing with Arch Manning too. Arch Manning out there looking like hot garbage. We'll see how he looks this week against a not so good team. I guess that was the whole thing. Everybody was, he's playing against Ohio State. So it's like, well, if he's the prodigy to come in, that's how you get baptized by fire, man.
Yeah, definitely. And Bill Belichick, I mean, when he went into the NFL career as a coach, you know, he got blown out in his first game too. I'm pretty sure it's against the Bills.
Yeah, see, so hey, whatever, like, it happens, man.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Let's see what you do next. Let's see what he does. Who did they play this week? Let's see. What are they, the ACC? UNC Tar Heels, man. Tell you, UNC Tar Heels. well, obviously, Jordan, but I just felt like they had the best logo
Yeah,
on
definitely.
their hats when I was going through high school. That was the one hat besides like the Gator hat that I was, because you wear it backward. It had the foot on there. I don't know what it was. It was just like, damn, this is just a fly.
Yeah, no, their marketing is always top notch, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been right up there with it, and I think that's always kept them in there. So they played Charlotte. Oh, there you go. They get an easy game, right? Should bounce back.
Yeah,
their quarterback is garbage.
Yeah, and I think that's the heavy thing that he's going to have to really like turn over and all that, which I think will happen. It'll be just like Dion, where Bill Belichick's name will pull in recruitments that are here. So I mean, he's just
maybe if he's not allowing the Patriots to come and see their practices, the scout and stuff, and telling NFL teams they can't come scout. I don't know if players want to go there, right? Like, why would you want to go somewhere if they're not letting scouts come see you?
True.
I don't know, but we'll see how it works out. I think it's but yeah, I think that quarterback, man, I watched a little bit of that game and just watching him complain about his headset and everything on the field. I was like, bro, why are you looking like you're in the NFL? Just go get your play, get out there. You should know what plays you're calling anyway.
He comes from the era, he comes from the era before there was headsets, so I don't know what the problem is with that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro, you out here acting brand new. You putting your coach on blast or something, and you can't even go and do the play. Once you do get the play, you sitting out there and ain't even running it right. Look like you can't run and either. I don't know. I'm just not with it.
It's a different field, different ball game. And he's just got to learn to acclimate and control himself. It's not the NFL. It's not the Patriots. It's not anything of what he's used to. It's out of his comfort level. So he's just got to acclimate and adjust and get with the program.
Yeah. Even their spread's only 13.5. Doesn't seem like a whole lot for like a Power 5 for like a ACC team versus Charlotte. What conference is Charlotte in? Like USA?
I don't even know.
They're in the American Conference with like USF. I don't know. Well, I talk trash. Let me see. My Gators against USF. Let's see what their spread is. I'm realizing this year I know nothing about betting, but I will learn. There's 18.5, so I guess now I'm talking trash. I gotta take it back, right? It does seem legit. Still two a 2-score lead, 2-score lead, right? Not 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And I'm right there with you with the betting and stuff like that. I haven't gotten into sports betting heavily yet, and it's something I plan on, working on this year. Honestly, just because there's so many opportunities for first-time bettors and all that to really pull in some serious cash on simple bets. On simple bets, man. Parlays.
I think that's what it is. I got to stick to the simple bets and try to do all these crazy legs. But I have been taking my picks, and just doing a bet on that and see, I don't know. Probably won't go undefeated on picks. That would be freaking amazing.
Right.
But I was like, whatever. If I want to bet something, might as well.
Right now is your time to start making your bets on NCAA champions and who's going to the Super Bowl, because those ones are the ones that hit, man. Those long bets where you really have to see the whole season play out, and you put $10 down and you could hit 100,000 on who actually made it to the Super Bowl or who the NCAA champions are going to be this year.
Like I got the Broncos making it to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, who do you got them up against?
Oh, in AFC, Ravens.
That's a good one, honestly, and I think I would fully agree with that. That's the first team that pops in my head when it comes to it. Although after seeing the Chargers last night, man, them Chargers, they look tough.
Yeah, but they always look tough. We know what we got in the Chargers. Justin Herbert looked really good last night. What did he throw for like over 400 yards?
Over 300. I think it was like 330 with 318 passes.
Yeah, so and then obviously Pat Mahomes looked like crap, but Justin Herbert, he's a great quarterback, right? And not only that, Keenan Allen, Big
I love
dog.
seeing him back in a Chargers uniform. He didn't fit in where he was. He's not a Bear. He didn't fit in with the Bears. He wasn't utilized correctly.
Bro, they got
Chargers-
four. They got 4 of the best hands in the NFL on that team, and Quentin Johnson caught the 2 touchdowns.
Right. Yeah. No. Quentin Johnson. That's a big change from last year with him, man. Because he was. They were scared of throwing the ball last year because he just kept dropping them. It was just poor routes, poor catches across the board. And last night he shined.
He shined. You got Herbert coming out saying, "Yeah, I was looking for Q, trying to get the ball to Q." He's looking for Quentin Johnson when you have 4 of the best hands in the NFL and Ladd McConkey and Keenan Allen right there. So I guess I take that back. But their running game did not look like anything. So
yeah,
I'm not too worried about the Chargers.
And Ladd McConkey, he picked up right where he left off though last season, man. He was looking real good and crisp.
Yep. I will rock with him, dude. He had 6 receptions for 74 yards.
Yep.
No touchdowns again because they went to Johnson, but I guarantee that'll change, right?
Yeah.
Keenan Allen had a touchdown. I mean, I feel like Herbert had like 20 touchdowns last night. Speaking of that, oh man, what do you think about? Well, let's stay on this game. I guess let's stay on this game too, and then we'll go over to the Eagles-Cowboys game. Because I was gonna say, man, I feel like it was some good quarterback play in these past 2 games, right? Yeah. We saw some darts, man.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
So looking at that game, so what is Kansas City done? Does Kansas City suck now? How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I don't think they suck by any means. I think they just need to figure out their system. They need to figure out everyone's onto them. Everyone's onto them. Everyone knows what they're going to do, what they're going to run, how they're going to run it, how they're going to pass. So it's up to them to really change their scheme, really, honestly. They still have all the right pieces. They're just a team that, the one thing that I will give them that impresses me is that no matter they fight through adversity, honestly, with Xavier Worthy going down last night to make it that close of a game, like they are constantly battling through injury with their top stars, and somehow they find a way. And that's one thing I'll give them credit for. They didn't have enough to pull it off last night. But, it's a team that they're fully capable of still having that greatness and being the dynasty. It's just a matter of them putting the right pieces in the right places, making the right calls, making the right adjustments. And that's something I think that they've always lacked, is making adjustments soon enough and coming in.
Because one thing I noticed is Pat Mahomes led the rushing, 6 carries, 57 yards in a tutty, right? You can't have that, but he can do it, though. I think we're about to see we're going to see a whole lot of a Superman out of Pat Mahomes this season.
But that also puts them at risk, man, because anytime he does that, he's prone to just getting hurt, and we've seen it.
Well, then that's why they picked up what's-his-face, though, right? They got who is it? Is it Carson? No, it's Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
So you got a pretty solid backup just in case. I think they're prepared for, but that is going to happen, right? Like you said, that is going to happen at some point. He's going to be out for a game or 2 because that cape can't and you can't keep it on all season. And expect to go through the playoffs. So playoffs is a whole half a season if you're going to the Super Bowl. So,
and I think Pat's football IQ could be a lot higher than what it is, just because he will do. He's a person that makes dumb decisions, honestly, in terms of his own physicality, his own ability to break tackles, or whatever the case may be. He'll fight. I love to see him fight for the extra yard, but at the same time, he has to remember that he's the face of the franchise. That Kansas City Chiefs aren't the Kansas City Chiefs without him. Like there was last night where he truck sticked one of the defensive backs where he could have just stepped out of bounds easily, but he opted to get that extra yard and truck stick the defensive back. And right away in the comments I was seeing people being like, he's hurt, he looks hurt, he looks hurt. And it's like, oh no, like come on, man, play smarter.
Well, I mean, that's it, right? Like, I mean, all these quarterbacks, they need to look at Russell Wilson, man, and understand their future. They keep, going crazy, going ham, because it's easy to go ham and do plays like that when you have like a ton of playmakers on your team, right? When you have the playmakers all around you, you can go and do these extravagant plays. When you don't and you are the playmaker, that's it, right? Like when a quarterback comes in, if he's good, which hopefully what we're seeing with Bo Nix, you know, you're able to pay the players around him to kind of get some really great pieces,
right?
You know, you can spend the money. But then when you start paying the quarterback, now it's like, okay, now you got to elevate the pieces. And, you know, for a while, you still have those pieces for the most part. But then as they start aging out and you start losing them, you can't really bring in a plethora of pieces. So, and I think that's what we're seeing with the Chiefs right now, right? Like, you know, you got an older Travis Kelce, like who's their running back? All their running backs are prone to getting hurt. They're afraid to give them the ball. It feels like, you know, their wide receiver with Worthy going down. Who do they have at wide receiver? What is Hollywood Brown playing? I don't even.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. That was Hollywood. It was Hollywood Brown.
They got Juju.
They do, but he's a slot. He's
that
8-yard pickup receiver.
So they don't have anything. This Thornton, this Tyquan Thornton guy, somebody they picked up too. Like they don't have anybody. Now it's like, dang, you know what I mean? They can't just easily go and reload, you know what I mean? So yeah, Pat Mahomes can't be just doing those crazy running plays like that, going and hit sticking people, because as soon as he goes down, dang. And those games like last night, those are the games they have to win though, right? Like they can't lose divisional games and still expect to sneak into the playoffs, right? Like you lose divisional games, then it's like you got to pray and hope you get into the playoffs, you know, no matter what your record is.
Yeah, and I think the real test in the division is going to be when they go up against the Raiders. I think the Broncos have a good chance of beating them as well. So I mean, you know, it's one of those things where like if they can't beat the Raiders, they're going to be at the bottom of the barrel. You know, there's only 3 teams in the AFC West that ever make the playoffs traditionally, and usually all 3 make it. And if the Chiefs can't beat out their own division, then you know they're in trouble.
I have a feeling we're about to see a lot of shots of a sad Mahomes in the sideline, trying not to look mad, trying to look like he's engaged, but just super sad. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. Like, shoot, screw them.
There's not enough of those shots. There's not enough of those shots in the past 5 years.
Not at all, man. Chiefs fans and Chiefs Kingdom, they've gotten super arrogant. You know, these past 5 years, they've been super bold. Oh, how many times you been to a Super Bowl? Oh, what is your team doing? It's like, okay. Right. Let's just wait till you sink back to the bottom of the barrel, start looking like the Jaguars again.
Exactly, yeah. And Tom Brady said it best, you know, Chiefs – good the last 5 years, terrible the past 50. Like, let it go.
Yep. And, you know, like, hey, whatever. As long as they got Pat Mahomes, they do have a chance for sure. Like, Hall of Fame quarterback right there. But you know what? Like, Russell Wilson also at one point, it was like Hall of Fame quarterback. As long as the Seahawks got Russ, they're good to go, right? Now look at him like, he might lose his job to Jackson Dart by week 3. So, you know, everything can change overnight in the NFL. So,
in my opinion, he should have lost his job to Justin Fields last year.
Oh, he should have definitely lost his job to Justin Fields last year. I think that was Mike Tomlin trying to keep that winning record, and it felt like he was just doing Russ a favor, man. It felt like he was just like, "Oh, come here, young brother. Let me help you out, young brother. Keep you in the right direction." Because he really did. Any other quarterback that would be in that position, because they got Justin Fields before they got him after they got Russ. It was like they didn't expect they were going to get Justin Fields, so they got Russ, and then they got Justin Fields too, and it was like, well, what are you doing?
And they got Russ on a low minimum essentially because of his contract with the Broncos still being there.
So I think that was it too. It was like, well, we're gonna play, which I didn't understand, because it was like, why don't you just play Justin Fields, and then if he gets hurt or sucks, then you could put Russ in there. But it was with Russ being hurt, they sprinkled Justin Fields in and barely, you know, and then forced Russ back in there, which it didn't do anything for them.
Right, and I went to the home opener last year for the Broncos and watched Justin Fields tear the Broncos apart.
Exactly. And it was, so that was weird because, and that was the thing too, like he was playing good and they didn't rock with him. So I don't understand what was going on. That's going to be the reason that the Steelers are going to have a losing season this year because of stupid decisions like that. So I'm here for that meltdown too.
Take. I like that.
Yeah, hot take central.
Yeah, that'd be their first losing season in what, probably about 20-something years?
Like forever?
Mike Tomlin's career. I know he's never had a losing season since he's been there.
Yeah, it's almost like, I mean, we've been seeing it, right? We've been seeing it, man. These past 2 seasons, or just at least this past season, right? How many quarterbacks have they gone through since Roethlisberger? Like, right. They've started 6 or 7 quarterbacks or something like that after only having 4 quarterbacks for 15 years. So the writing's on the wall.
And that's also, the Steelers sticking to their guns. They're proud of only having 3 head coaches in their entire existence as a team, So, I mean, they ride that wave. Mm-hmm. And, I think the first losing season they get, they're going to do away with Tomlin. They're going to force him into a different role. They're going to put him up, in the executive offices and keep him on board, but not as a head coach, and move on to their 4th quarterback ever or their 4th head coach ever, and see how that rolls. But who's going to fill those shoes?
A young coach, right? That's what they did. Wasn't Tomlin like the youngest coach to win the Super Bowl at the time? So now it's like, well, shoot, let me look at college. Who has a chance to move up? And then I don't know, man. It's going to be Lane Kiffin. I don't know why I keep thinking it's Lane Kiffin as like the next college coach to go to the NFL for some reason, even though he's garbage. It just, I don't know why I'm even thinking about him, but I feel like I can see the Steelers going with like someone like that, someone that's like.
I could also see them going like the weird method of trying to, poach Deion Sanders still. I know he's still.
Something like that too. Yeah. I don't know if Deion would go coach the NFL.
I don't think he'd go coach the Steelers specifically. I think he'd coach the NFL, but it has to be for like a championship caliber team already.
Yeah, I don't think he has the energy to go and try to rebuild a franchise.
No. I think he's happy where he's at unless he gets that contract he can't turn down.
Yeah. And I don't think he wants to be there anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. But CU, they pay him enough, Boulder is a very lucrative county. It's got a lot of money within their college and their NCAA contracts and everything. So, I mean, they got the money to throw at him. And so,
yeah, bro,
making.
He is God up there in Boulder.
Yeah.
There's every once in a while, there's a black dude that they love up in Boulder. And right now,
he is the only one. He is
the only one. I think before him is Philip Lindsay.
Yep, and even then, I don't know. He don't live in Boulder. He just works in Boulder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think What else? Oh, going back to that Cowboys game, man.
Yeah.
Started off with a suspension or an ejection 6 seconds into the game after a calf rupturing. What the hell? What happened?
And it was really weird, honestly. Just because, everyone jumped to Dak's side and right off the bat. They're like, that's just wrong. That's unprofessional. That's unethical. And then eventually in the game, it turns out they go back a little further in the tape and realize that Dak spit in the direction of the player. And, it was a back and forth deal. It wasn't necessarily a one-sided deal where this dude was just coming at him sideways and just went up to him randomly and spit on him. Like, no, he was provoked. And when you look at the tape, Dak in his interview put it as, I just spit a lot and I just happened to spin his direction because I didn't want to spit on my lineman. And you look at the tape, it's pretty like everyone has to have their opinion on it. In my opinion, I feel like he provoked that 100% because he could have just spit and went about his day and like kept eye contact with his team, still communicating with them. No, he spit. He looked directly at that man's face and smiled at him like, you ain't shit.
Yeah, he definitely had to say something, right? I feel like there had to be something said for Jalen Carter to just respond the way that he did.
Yeah, he was provoked, and he's obviously comes from some type of upbringing that's like I don't take to that. No, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna do something. I'm not just someone that's just gonna let that slide. And when you're at that level of eliteness with playing in the NFL, you let your play do the talking, you know. But you know, he let his emotions get the best of him in that moment, and he did do a very disrespectful gesture and spitting on Dak. But you know, it set the tone right off the bat. It really changed everyone's playbook because they thought they're going to have to double team Jalen Carter the whole game. And then it turned into, you know, all right, this is going to be a lot easier than we thought it was on the running game.
I don't know. But yeah, it really tightened up in the second half. But at first, yeah, with, you know, everybody, I feel like probably everybody in Denver was like, we let go of this. When you see Javonte get the 2 touchdowns. But then you look back, he had, 12 rushes for 49 yards. I don't even think he hit 50 yards. So it's like,
I think
that's why we let him go.
Pretty sure the second quarter hit and he had like two 2-yard runs. And I was like, yep, that's definitely, you know, how it went when he was here. That's Javonte Williams in a nutshell. He's going to get you those. He's a goal line running back.
Yeah. And I'm like watching this game and it was probably one of the better games to look at the running backs to see the differences, man. Cause you see Saquon and how like twitchy he is, how patient and shifty he is, and he just like when he scored his touchdown, you know how he just like easily ran through the hole. And then you watch Javonte, and it's like I don't know if you play Madden or like college football, but I do, and it feels like a lot of the time when you're on offense. For me, it feels like my players are attracted to the defensive players if I have the ball. Like I throw the ball right to the defensive. Like, I don't know, for some reason, like I run directly towards the players. And that's how it feels with Javonte Williams. Like when he runs through the hole, it's like he's looking for the contact. So he runs directly into players instead of like cutting through the holes. Yeah. I don't know. And then I don't know, man. He just seems so bulky when he runs too. I'm honestly glad we moved on from him.
Right, and Saquon, he puts in the work. He knows what stature he has, the athleticism he has, and he puts in the work, man. That man benches almost near 600 pounds. No, well, not benches. He squats 600 pounds. So he puts in the work in his leg game and make sure that he has that athleticism to be twitchy and to hit the joystick at any point in time and go around a player real easily and run it out to the sideline. And he has a high football IQ.
Yeah, and not to mention they got AJ Dillon behind him,
right?
Which is probably even bigger.
Yeah, and I think the big talk of that game was the underutilization of AJ Brown. He was not relevant until the very last quarter when he got his first target.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like my thoughts on that is I feel like they had a plan for this game and they planned to look to the outside for their receivers because they planned to be up by like a score or two early in the game.
Yeah.
And then when their defense changed and the Cowboys were able to get those 2 early scores, and then it was really a game, it's back and forth game. No defense can stop the other offense. Then it was like, well, why try to force it, right?
Right.
There's no point to try to force it to the outside.
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. It turned into, okay, we're just going to play with our playbook a little bit, see what we got. And then it turned into, no, we got to play ball. We got to keep up with them. We can't let them get 2 scores ahead. We can't let them, stretch out this lead at any given time. Because the Eagles held the lead the whole time, but the Cowboys were matching them. So they really they went to a standoff of just who's gonna turn over first, who's gonna be shut down, who's gonna have to punt first.
And turned out, Dallas had to punt first, right? And
yeah.
That's when their game quickly slowed down. It was like they just couldn't hit the same plays. CeeDee Lamb dropping balls all of a sudden.
That was big. That was big. CeeDee Lamb dropped 3 big passes. That would have changed the whole outlook of the game.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't see, man, in the dome, right? The lights were too bright for him, so no. And oh man, I don't know, because there were good throws too from Dak. I think there was maybe like 1 or 2 passes that weren't maybe on point, but Dak has some really good throws.
Yeah, and I think Dak is back. Dak is back for sure. You know, he's back to his final form. He hit Super Saiyan finally, and as long as he can stay that way, you know, I think Dallas is a good team to match up with other teams. Do I see them making a deep playoff run? No, but I think they're a couple seasons away because, you know, of the whole Micah Parsons deal. They have really good draft picks in these next two drafts in the next 2 years. So I mean, however they go with that, it's really going to alter the whole course of their success.
Yeah. Speaking of rookie deals, look, I just saw Quinshon Judkins finally agreed to a deal with the Browns.
Okay.
So it looks like he'll probably be out there tomorrow. But yeah, no, we'll see. I mean, the Dolphins better, or the Cowboys better take advantage of that pick, because I really think Jerry Jones is trying to yeah, definitely, right, Sam? Don't spit on other people. That's no matter what the situation is.
Right.
Shouldn't. There's no reason for it. But you know, I think Jerry Jones wants to get rid of Dak, and he can't just trade Dak like he did Michael Parsons. He wishes he could, but one, no team's probably going to take Dak in a deal like that.
Yeah.
And two, well, he wouldn't have anything to replace him with.
Right.
You know, if he did. So now he has these picks. Arch Manning may be coming out next year, the year after. You got a couple other quarterbacks in the college world that are looking pretty good. So I think we'll see them probably look to reload on offense because that's what they need. Yeah, and Sam is as you see with Shady Sports Network, guys, he is a diehard Eagles fan.
Yes, he is.
You know, and I don't even think Shady McCoy would pull something like that. Right? So there's no reason to just spit on somebody, even if they did say so. What can they say during an NFL game that would make you just want to spit on them? You're in an NFL game, like you drove there in your Lamborghini, right? You're going home to your penthouse.
You're flying first class.
What did he say? Right? Gatorade's better than water. Even the water boy didn't react like that. He just handled it on the field.
Right.
So ridiculous. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you really gotta let your play talk for you, man. You gotta let what you do on the field dictate exactly, you know, the team you want to be.
Right? Especially the first game. You're the first game, the only game on. Everybody's waiting for the NFL season to start. First game of the season. You just won the Super Bowl. You just won the Super Bowl, bro. Cowboys didn't even make it to the playoffs. I don't know what they did. They won one playoff game in the past 20 years. What can Dak say to you? You coming off a dominant Super Bowl win where you didn't even blitz the quarterback. You know you're about to eat up, you know what I mean, on the Dallas line, man. That would have, yeah, that was ridiculous.
The best response would have been just flag that, just flash that ring in his face, you know?
That's all you got to do.
Get my direction all you want, man. I got one. What's up?
Dumb. Just whatever. And he'll bounce back, and next week it'll be forgotten, I guess, right? But you don't spit on people.
Right.
You know, like Sam said, that's not the team he wants to support. But I hate to say it, that's the Eagles. All right, moving on. Nah.
Sam's probably the most humble Eagles
fan.
The
most humble Eagles fan out there.
That you will ever meet.
What did Travis Kelce have last night? 2 receptions, 47 yards, 1 tutty.
Yeah, and that tutty came in classic fashion, honestly. He got open. They left him open. They just kind of let him roam free because they seen that he wasn't being targeted, so they thought they could pull a slick one and just left him open. And he took advantage of that. And he's going to do that every single time. Travis Kelce ain't, the Travis Kelce of 3 years ago, but he's still Travis Kelce. He's still Travis Kelce. You don't leave him open.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, man. Speaking of still the same person, looks like CMC is still Christian McCaffrey as he hurt his calf.
Oh, man. If there's any what-if careers that are, like, current, it'd be his. What if there was never an injury? He's the Derrick Rose of the 49ers.
Kind of. I was going to say at least it's not the Greg Odom.
Yeah, true.
Of the 49ers, right? At least he's more like Derrick Rose and get somewhere.
Right, exactly. He's not what he used to be in Panthers, but it's pretty heartbreaking, honestly, in my opinion, just based off the fact that there's a lot of local love there. Ed McCaffrey's a Denver boy. He brought us our first championship along with the other Broncos on that 97 team, and the 98 back-to-back team, So I mean, it's one of those things where I got a lot of love for McCaffrey's, I got a love for Shanahan's, and so it's heartbreaking to see a McCaffrey not match his ability and what people projected for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of that, another player, Dre Greenlaw, is not playing tomorrow. He's officially out for tomorrow's opener against the Titans. And it feels like kind of same situation, only he hasn't even played yet.
Right, and that was just devastating, man. With his first injury, man, they were on it, they were killing it. Was it the champion? Was it NFC Championship or was it Super Bowl? I'm pretty sure.
I think he had came back for. Was it the Super Bowl?
When he was coming off the sideline and tore his ACL.
I don't remember what game it was. I know when he came back last season, that's when that one player walked off the field, right? They had that one linebacker, I forget his name.
Me too.
Decided he wanted to quit at
like,
that point.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Browns page.
Yeah, hopefully I don't know. Hopefully it's really just precaution and he can come back and it's not something that's gonna really linger throughout the season.
Right, and that's where the Broncos set themselves up really well. They have a roster to supplement that injury to still be dominant on the defensive side of the ball and give them that break. It doesn't put them in a hole where they rely on him to be in there 100%. Like no, they have the intelligence to know we're not gonna put you in any situation that's gonna make you prone to a prolonged injury. We're gonna let you rest up and make sure you're good for when you do go out there. You're out there for sure, and you're out there for the long haul.
Right, that's the thing too, right? Because luckily, like you said, like they're not dependent on him. He was there more so a cherry on top, and really to help that run game. But now you're expecting a Nick Bonito to probably do a bit more than just be a sack specialist. So and then we got Alex Singleton too. So I'm not worried about it, but I do want to see what this defense looks like when it's complete and whole.
Yeah, Alex Singleton scares me, honestly, after like how much adversity he showed last year, playing through injury and all that. Like that is that's a scary position right there and a scary player.
He led the team in tackles, I think, the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So granted, it was a lot of those tackles were 5-6 yards down the field, but hopefully we can get that to 3-4 yards.
Right, exactly.
Down the field. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not too worried about it. But I think that is a big loss for what they were expecting to look like this season. But at least, I don't know. I would say at least it's against the Titans and Cam Ward. No offense to your Titans, but I'd rather be against them than maybe Pat Mahomes.
Hey, I'm ready for it. He's gonna get burned. He's gonna get burned by fire. He's gonna get thrown to the wolves, and he's gonna see what the league is really like. And every game after that is gonna seem just a little bit easier. He's gonna get a little bit more experience every game after this game. And, I see him rising to the occasion and being the Vince Young that we wanted Vince Young to be for us.
Hey, there we go. New era, new day in Tennessee Titan football.
Outside of this game, what game are you looking at this week?
Outside of this game, the other games I am watching.
I'm always pumped about
probably all of them.
Ravens, Bills for me, man.
Ravens, Bills, right? MVP matchup. That's a big game.
Yeah.
That's probably going to determine playoff seeding, right?
Yeah.
Right. Whoever gets, that first, second, or third, or fourth seed. So I think that's a good one. I'll be watching that one Monday night, right? I think that one's Monday. Is it Monday
tomorrow, 6:20.
Oh, Sunday night. So
our Monday night game is going to be the Bears and the Vikings.
The Bears. I think I'll probably be looking forward to that game too, to see if the Bears, if they revamp, over there with Ben Johnson, if he's done anything with that team, if they're looking different, if they're looking sharp, see if Caleb Williams is kind of, because honestly, I feel like Caleb Williams kind of got lost in the sauce, right? You heard all the talk about Jaden Daniels, about Bo Nix. You hear talk about Drake May. Of course, everybody's talking about J.J. McCarthy and stuff. You don't hear anything about Caleb Williams, really. So I'm interested to see what they do over there. You got DeAndre Swift. I feel like he's been a little pissed lately, all the talks, he leaves the Eagles, they go win the Super Bowl, he has that, that Miles Sanders energy towards the Eagles and stuff. So it'd be interesting to see what the Bears come out doing. And then again, it's a divisional game. We saw last year, I think last year, all of those NFC North teams were undefeated through week 4. So obviously it won't be that case this year, but I think they show that it tends to be kind of a dog in that NFC. So I'm looking forward to that Monday night game too. Obviously, then there's the Broncos game. I think another game I was looking at was the Cleveland Browns Cincinnati game.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, to kind of see, you got what's his name? What's the Bengals? The linebacker's name is that Hendrickson.
There's a skeleton right there. No, that's a cat.
You got Hendrickson, so he's looking for a big deal. See what they do with him. The Bengals don't want to play him, and then to see what the Browns quarterback does. Right, like I want to see what Joe Flacco comes out doing. I'm starting Jerry Jeudy in my fantasy team, so I want to see like if I should keep him or if I should try to get rid of him based on what they're doing.
And honestly, even going back to that Monday Night Football game, I'm excited to see the Vikings and what they honestly have changed as well. Just how you brought it to Chicago. I'm kind of on the flip side of that, interested to see what the Vikings bring, having J.J. McCarthy back. What's Justin Jefferson look like? They got Jordan Mason this year, so it's going to be interesting to see, how he runs the ball and how he changes that offense. Aaron Jones is still on the team. Seeing if Aaron Jones comes back to any kind of highlight that he used to have. And it's crazy because they have Carson Wentz and Max Brosmer as their backups this year. So, I mean, is J.J. McCarthy going to just bomb and they're going to end up replacing him with Carson Wentz right out the gate? Or, it's just an interesting dynamic they have in Vikings nation where it's going to be interesting to see where they go with it.
I don't think he'll bomb. You can't bomb, man. You got Justin Jefferson over there. You better not bomb. You got Adam Thielen back. So they also have 4 of the best hands in the game over there. So I think we'll see. I don't know. I think JJ will come out and be right on the same level as those other guys in this class right off the bat. But it is going to be interesting. It's both sides of the ball, right? 2 second-year quarterbacks. See where they both stand with their teams. The kind of the same direction. They were both drafted within 3 spots of each other, 4 spots of each other. So it'd be really cool to see which way they go. Yo, let's take a promo break really quick. We haven't taken one. Been here almost an hour. And then we'll get into some we'll talk some more football before we get into music.
Let's do it.
Yeah, guys. You hear it? You hanging at the bus stop. So come kick it with us, guys. We out here getting it going, getting this bus, waiting for the bus. Check this out. What's up, man? Right? Tell them to come hang with us at the bus stop. Right? So come hang with us, guys. Hit that like button or head over to Shady Sports Network on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. We just crossed over 2,700 subscribers on YouTube and constantly growing. I think we just crossed over 1,000 the other day on LinkedIn. So find us everywhere. Hit subscribe. Stick with us, guys. We got so much stuff coming, more live sports into the season and just everything you want around sports. You see it right there. Hit us up. We'll get you some swag. Get you some cool gear. We got Brandon Blanks with the network gear as well. So, guys, keep rocking with us. I'm Gemini Statik, and you are watching The Bus Stop. We'll be back in like a minute or so.
How are you? Bring them things, I That's money. That's cash out.
Subscribe today, guys. Go do it or be square. Because we everywhere. We on LinkedIn. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. X.
TikTok,
Discord. So everywhere you want to be,
No,
we are there. So come hang with us. Especially Saturday mornings here on Shady Sports Network. We're hanging at the bus stop every Saturday morning. Normally around 9:30 a.m. Denver time. So we'll just be talking sports, music like we're doing today. So just come kick it. Come chop it up. Let's hear what you're listening to, what you got on your playlist. We'll tell you what we're listening to. Statik will tell you what he's listening to more so. He's the music guy around here. I just hang out and kick it. So another game I was looking forward to. I want to see this Tampa Bay Atlanta game.
Yeah, no, that one's gonna be good too. I love me some Baker Mayfield. You know, I usually veer away from the arrogant players in college, this and that, but you know, he won me over definitely. Where it's just like, you know, Baker, he's got that heart, he's got that drive, he's got the passion, and I love to see it out of him, and I love to see him. I want to see him succeed. So
right, well, he was an undrafted, he was an unscouted guy, right? He just barely ended up at Oklahoma. I think he's a walk-on at Oklahoma.
Yeah,
and then for him to be where he's at, I think that's pretty cool. Is like what, the number 4 pick or something like that in this class, and of course the Browns screwed that up too. Yeah, he like won Rookie of the Year, took him to the playoffs, and they still didn't keep him. But he had his turnaround, went through Carolina. I feel like went through the Rams, you know, and then now he's with Tampa Bay, been killing it, completely changed their direction because they were planning to go with a younger quarterback, I think 2 seasons ago, and he just came in and snatched it up. Yeah, where they had to stick with them. And I'm interested to see what they're gonna do, right? Because I mean, Chris Godwin's out. They, you know, kind of new receiving core. I like that tight end they have. Obviously, Bucky Irvin just took the world by storm last season. So, interesting running game. But nobody has a defense in the NFC South, right? So, you know, even with all that, can they stop Atlanta? Atlanta has their second-year quarterback. So, there's another second-year quarterback again, you know, coming in and we'll, you know, just taking the game by storm. So, I think I feel like that'll be the game to decide who. We'll see. We'll know who's going to win that division by who wins that game. Well, maybe not, right? Because they always seem like they're on top, and then last game of the season they lose to the team again.
Yeah,
don't make the playoffs. So, but I think one of those two teams will be winning that NFC South, and then I'm interested to see what they do both in the NFC South as far as their defenses, because if their defenses don't step it up, man, we could see a team like Carolina potentially winning that. I think every team over there has a chance to win that division.
Right. And, you know, Bucks still have Mike Evans. I mean, the man has never had under 1,000 yards in a season. So, you know, we'll see if that continues. They picked up Tez Johnson, who I think is going to be a sufficient replacement, you know, for that wide receiver core. He's the adopted brother of Bo Nix. And, you know, so it's. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does. You know, he came from that Oregon legacy, where Oregon, you know, really took they were the cream of the crop for college football, essentially, in the years that, you know, Bo Nix was there and Tez Johnson, and, you know, that was the go-tos, you know, and it really worked out well. And so be interesting to see how he works out in the NFL now that he, you know, is on an NFL team. He's out of college. Nice to see Tez adjust, and under Baker Mayfield, I think he's going to have a lot of success there.
Yep, I think so. And then obviously they're going to have to find other pass catchers too. So hopefully it finds its way into that mix. It doesn't start out like Troy Franklin did, right? So, I think that I'm interested to see that Tampa Bay game and see how that goes down. I mean, just all the games, right? Like that Detroit Green Bay game. We want to see if Michael Parsons is going to play. You know, him and Aiden Hutchinson. So on both sides, they got, you know, premier defensive guys on both that could just wreck the game. So now it's a game, right? Another one like that Bears-Vikings matchup. You got that NFC North, big dogs come out ready to play, right? So everybody's saying Green Bay has Super Bowl aspirations this year, and obviously the Lions have had Super Bowl intentions every season since what's his face, their coach has gotten there.
Yeah, and I really think the league is in a good place for heavy competition across the league, and I think everyone's just excited to have football back. But even better than that, I think it's going to be a great competitive football year. There's so many teams that you can consider as Super Bowl contention, that are, they were counted out 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I was looking at them being like, oh no, this is the team to beat. And then you always have the long-standing success teams like the Ravens, that have just built on their success and they just continue to dominate, but just haven't found that finish line yet.
Right, because it's like where these other teams fit in, right? And you got the Ravens, you got the Bills, you got the Chiefs, who everybody assumes is going to be there, and it's like, well, where are these other deadly teams like the Chargers fitting in? What about the Bengals? They're supposed to be, super deadly on offense. Where do they fit in? You got the Broncos. That's 6 teams right there. There's only 8 teams in the playoffs,
Yeah,
and
you got Commanders too.
Yeah, then over on the NFC side, you got those definite teams. Obviously, Jalen Hurts came out and showed he can kind of do whatever he needs to do to move the ball. So you got the Eagles, right? You got the Commanders, you got the Lions, the Packers, right? Tampa Bay's hoping to be there to kind of be the top dog. What is that? There's like 5 teams right there in the NFC. Like,
right.
And then like you said, you got those teams that are hoping to wake up, right, and being there too. You got the Patriots who feeling really good about their chances to compete in that division. They have to compete against the Bills, right? Like you got the Raiders who are feeling like they have a chance to kind of draw out some games and turn them into slugfest and slow it down, right? So,
right.
I mean, it's gonna be a fun season. I think all across the board. I don't think there'll be a clear-cut crappy team, at least for the first couple weeks.
Yeah, and if I had to put my money on a team that's going to be like the flop, is going to be probably honestly the Cardinals or the Giants. It's going to be one of those 2 teams is going to end up falling under that category of a team not meeting their standards, not meeting their expectations.
And only one of those teams really need a quarterback, so maybe the Cardinals, just taking it full throttle. I think if the Giants fell and flat in their face, then we just see Jackson Dart a little sooner.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I think we'll see a lot of competitive games across the board. Who are the Giants playing?
Giants are going to be playing the Commanders.
Oh, yeah. See, so another one, a divisional game, man. Those divisional games just kind of, go a little bit harder than the non-divisional games, right? You see them twice a year. You know them. You see them every year for sure. So, I mean, it's the Giants and the Commanders, but I remember it was like 3 seasons ago, almost every team from that division was – predicted to go into the playoffs up until like week 15 or something like that. So,
right,
they can do a lot of damage over there too. And I mean, we know the Giants are notorious for sneaking to the playoffs with a 9-win record. So
yeah,
they can kind of do whatever they want, still make it into the playoffs sometimes. And I like their quarterback room, man. I think they got a solid room to get stuff done when it needs to get done, at least.
Right, and I would agree with that. You have Russell Wilson as the vetted, experienced, been there, done that quarterback. You got Jackson Dart, you got Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's he's the comedic factor. He's the one that really makes the game's not so serious. He brings the fun vibes to it. He reminds you that this is just street ball and it's just a game, as to where some people take it too seriously and they get down on themselves and they count themselves out too soon. As to where Jameis Winston's like, nope, I'm here.
Yep. No. I think and James Winston will throw the ball anywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter if it's his team, the other team. He's
right. He was gonna sling it all over. So tell you what, if he comes in, Malik Neighbors is ready for that because he's like, I'll just go deep.
Yep.
Right. get the ball all over the place. And then Jackson Dart was just looking actually surprisingly pretty good during the preseason. So granted, it might not have been against the ones. We'll see how it goes in live action speed. But I think, just as we saw last season with a lot of those rookies and second and third year quarterbacks, that these guys are coming in a lot more ready.
Yeah.
When they are ready. So we could see a whole different team from the Giants by week 4, right? And a whole different direction, maybe a whole different energy from them, and they're probably feeling good. They're not starting Danny Jones, who happened to pick a starting spot across the league, right? Now we see Daniel Jones over there at the Colts starting, and it's like, now they got to do something. So maybe that's a little bit added pressure for the Giants as well.
Right, exactly.
I think that'll be a good one. Let's talk about some music over here on the Sports Network. So, do you want to talk about some songs and then do the live reaction, or how do you want to go about it?
I think live reaction would be cool.
All right, so Drake, Iceman 3, the first rap name.
And this is more of like a cinematic Drake. This is like the cinematic side we're getting from him. If you know me, I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I take all takes. It's been something that's been discussed throughout the week, throughout social media and a lot of different channels and all that. So figured it's something that we can give a good take on ourselves and see how we feel about it as well.
Yeah, let's see. So all I'm seeing is a full album. Is it just an hour and 34 minutes? Is it like just a visual? Let's see.
Yeah, I think it is. It's the hour 34-minute. Released one day ago.
Yeah, so maybe we'll skim through it. We're not
exactly.
Make you guys sit through the full hour 34 minutes. But we will. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up.
We can turn that into 10 minutes, no problem.
Damn, what is this? How many views so far?
1.6 million views.
Wild. It just dropped.
Yeah. It's part of the new Music Friday segments.
Yes. Let's see what we got.
We have only one hope of stopping red. And it's this, the hydrator red. Powered just like the cloud engine. Jared, bring in the go-go.
I don't hear nothing. Is it playing?
It's that Toronto build-up.
Right? Like, is it playing? It's taking forever.
I think it comes in after like a minute and a half or something like that.
God bless. We got so many views. We done that. People would have clicked off.
Right.
For this. But let's see. Stay tuned. Was it a live release?
No, it wasn't a live release at all. It's just he's becoming like this artist that wants to be like more cinematic with his releases and whatnot, where he wants to build anticipation and
corny already.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Yeah, I'm like, is there any music? I'm not hearing nothing. Oh, cornball. It is corny. I'm over it already.
Yeah, he's been playing hard into this Iceman thing.
Drake just want to be a mob. This got 1.6 million views. What in the cornball is this?
Okay, cause I say.
I don't even know what I'm watching.
You and 1.6 million other people, apparently.
And it was just like, let's just see. I don't know what the heck is going on right now.
No, it's pretty funny. Like I agree with you, where he's just really trying to do this like mafioso.
Yeah, and the whole time just watching, all I could just think of is Lenny Kravitz does it better. No, I'm playing. So weird. Like, we get it. You're Jewish, bro. You know how to handle your money. Yeah, it's just... Bro, I just throw my whole computer away. What's going on right now? All right, you people checking in. If you watch this whole thing, I know y'all Drake fans be all into it. If you watch it, let us know what you thought about this video. No words, no sound. What's going on here? Don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Live reactions, I don't even know necessarily. I haven't watched it either, so I don't even know when the music kicks in. If it's just a full-on movie, I know there's music in it eventually because I read articles that
that there's music in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can
It's
find said music.
It's the last 4 minutes and 56 seconds of the whole thing. Watch.
Look, beats like this one make me feel like my soul's free. They pay me to speak from the heart. They think that my soul's free. All of them. And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but two different colors. And I might just if I get another. Small price cause he kept it 100. Yeah. That's just how when I come back from tour this fall.
It's just him driving around.
Late Como, cigarette boat, cashmere sock, cashmere coat.
Like, bro, we get it. You're rich. You can drive in another country.
Imagine like being a Drake fan and like wanting to bump this in your car, there and be, like time it out. You're like, all right, 19 minutes to 22 minutes where I want to bump this song.
Cigarette boat, cashmere sock, cashmere coat.
And you know people be doing that. They're just skipping through.
Now niggas see me.
Yeah, that's all. Like, that's the best way to listen to it. That's how he listened to it too. He's like, shoot, gotta skip it.
Yeah.
Skip this next one.
And that whole beginning segment, I gotta say, is just corny because we're in an era where you gotta get people's attention in the first 30 seconds. We're in like the TikTok world where if it's not relevant in 30 seconds, like it's not worth watching.
It took them 30 minutes to get stuff going. I still don't know what's going on. It's still like the same clips. It's still, or to be so long, why is it just the same clips over and over? I think that's just kind of. I think this is really lazy. This is Pinocchio stuff. Is that subliminal?
Liars in the crowd. Liars.
The shots fired. Is that Kendrick? J. Cole.
Young Thug.
Young Thug. Well, Young Thug shooting shots at J. Cole too, so they all just shooting shots at each other.
Right.
Oh, wow. More Pinocchios.
There's Drake.
Legacy. Yeah, I think it's just pretty lazy though, for it to be like 18 hours long and it's got like crappy They just put some home clips. What in the bro? Come on, bro. I'm sorry. This is cornball. He spent like $10 to make this.
Is always on top. She said her bestie wanna get home.
And it's all in gas.
I said, well, this time
I feel like this is like something I would make.
I said, well, this time I might be a thought. I can't tell y'all stop. She just did a bean out of Boston. Oh my, a Tesla in Texas, self-drive.
And it just feels like a Logic album where it's just trying every style, and hopefully like somebody will like one of them.
Right, like just every different genre too. He's like, you want some rap? You want some R&B? You want some cinema? You want some instrumentals? You want some home videos?
And it's just bum video. What is the point of all this? To show that he can carry a backpack for 2 hours
and drive a car. He can also drive.
Drive. Come on.
Now it's incorporating like all the poor scenes.
I think I'm too dumb to get the visuals. It's too far over my head, bro.
Yeah, he's trying too hard to really kind of like incorporate this whole like metaphor, and like it's one of those people that like they try and have a deep thought, but it's really so shallow.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, bro.
He's really just trying to play on like when Kendrick releases a song, people try and find like the whole details of like what is actually going on, what he's saying. And I think that's what he's trying to get at here. He's like, I gotta have a look inside like hidden messages, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
But they're not very hidden and they're not very relevant.
I like what I saw and so I cashed out. Yeah. Yeah, Molly Maker.
He got a trench coat on.
Molly Maker dance with a Molly Maker dance with her ass out.
Man, I haven't heard anybody rap about Molly since Future.
Right? Like, bro, ain't you like 40 something?
No. Don't you got kids, man?
You got kids, man? You know I be rapping about Molly. The KD.
And that's KD, yeah. That was one scene that I actually did see about on here, is that KD was in this.
Is he rapping?
Nah.
No. He like to call people liars too.
Which I thought was real weird for KD.
Yeah. Yeah, super random. He's like, you want to be in a random shot of my video?
Right. KD's like, what's it about? He's like, I don't know yet.
I don't know. I'm just putting it together and we'll see how it plays out. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty random. It's a dope beat. It's like a 2-hour beat CD.
Right? If we need some instrumentals, we know where to go now.
Oh.
Got your love locked up for me.
Sorry, but
There
you put that on there. So, rest in peace, Armani. Get out of here. This video's corny. Everything about this video is garbage.
I would tag that down as corny.
That's corny. It's a good beat.
Agree.
Cornball.
Chime in, comment.
Let us know how corny you thought it was.
And if we're wrong, let us know if you think it's cool and why it's cool and what we missed. But I don't feel like we missed anything. We just missed the minutes of our lives that we spent watching that.
Yes. That was like 20 minutes. We could have been talking about good songs.
Right.
But no, we talk about this cornball song.
It's not always going to be cool on our channel, man. We give everything a chance, and sometimes we have a hot take on some corny. So
we should have played the Justin Bieber album. We didn't play that.
Right. It's about the same amount of time, honestly.
Yeah. I was going to say, I played all 44 tracks. It took probably less time than that atrocity.
Right. So I guess jumping into our new musics, that is one of our top ones, is that Justin Bieber has a new album out, Swag 2. 44 tracks. 44 tracks over 2 discs.
Which is weird to say 2 discs because how many people are getting out, opening their trunk, and changing out the disc in their little disc changer in the back. You remember those in the back? You had like the 6 disc changer. You put like 6 CDs in there. And it was like, yeah.
Pop out the whole thing. You put in your 6 discs. You pop it back in.
Yeah. But it's just weird to call it a 2-disc album when, you know, it's just downloaded. Just say it's an album. But I guess, yeah, maybe somewhere. I don't think I've been in a media gallery.
Yeah, I think it still just goes into the whole vinyl era where like vinyls are still dope and relevant, and so it's a 2 vinyl album, 2 discs.
I can see that. Yeah, that would
deluxe extended album. However you want to put that verbiage. It's a long album. I could appreciate the time that took.
It's a long album. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes long if you listen to it straight. He has a lot of skits with Drewski. He has a song with Sexy Red.
Yeah, I've seen that. I listened to it a little bit. It's all right. One of my favorite features on here is on the first disc. It's "Don't Wanna" with Bakar. Bakar is very little known. He's very underground still. He had one hit that, you know, kind of made it a little big, but still pretty much widely unknown.
Okay. And I like the skits. Honestly, I like bringing skits back. That was the best thing about albums growing up, I felt like, was the skits. So,
right. You got Lil Jon doing his what was it, Dave Chappelle skits.
Really? Oh. Well, Jon just took 3rd place in a bodybuilding competition.
I seen that. Dude is in shape.
Yeah.
Him and Wiz Khalifa are on their fitness game.
Hey, man. Get it. Health is wealth, as they say.
Yep.
Then you got a song with Hurricane Chris. I ain't heard Hurricane Chris since, like 2006.
Right. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. What was that, like 2004? Or no, it was like probably like 2006, 2007. Yeah. Wow. All right. Yeah. So we got this 2-hour long album. What else is there? Look like D Smoke got a new album? Let's go.
Yeah, D Smoke's got a new album. Obviously, Iceman episode 3, we just live reacted.
Cornball.
Waste your time. If you're gonna spend 2 hours on anything, do it on the Justin Bieber album.
Our D Smoke album, Wake Up Super.
Yep. We also have a new track from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ice Cube.
Oh, what?
Yep. Before hip hop. Took a listen to it. It is definitely, I don't know how much traction it's going to catch with, you know, the generation that what they're into now these days with the new era music, just because it really takes it back. So it's a track for me and you and our generation, because it just has that classic old school West Coast vibe to it.
Dang. You know what I listened to that I thought was cornball?
What's that?
Eminem's album Stands.
I haven't taken a listen to it yet, to be honest.
Well, obviously Stand is a good song,
Yeah.
right? But the rest of the album I thought was just garbanzo beans. Before hip hop.
Before hip hop, Ice Cube.
So we should do a live reaction to this.
Right. I'm not sure if there's a music video out for you yet. There we go.
Yeah.
It's 5 reactions for the price of 1 this week. There's no like attack on hip hop right now or anything like that for that to like really lay relevancy to.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he's just trying to really bring back relevancy to himself.
Right.
You like the visual concepts, but it's like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, it was
you started gangster rap, fool.
Right. It was a weird week for music, honestly, in my opinion. You know, there's also, you know, the Lil Baby, the Leaks album was supposed to drop this week, according to reports. That is not happening due to allegations of him snitching and him also deciding to drop his album the same day as Justin Bieber. He didn't want to have that he didn't want that smoke. He didn't want that competition. He didn't want that smoke. So he opted to not release his album this week. So there is no Lil Baby this week, but the Leaks album is set to release here in the next week or so. So it doesn't break down any timelines with anything that's going on, I guess, in his legal life or his personal life, whatever, you know, really held up him wanting to release the album this week.
Yeah. That's wild. That's crazy. So hopefully we get something from it. I don't even think he released even a track or 2 from it.
And he's fallen out of relevancy himself. You know, it's been a long time since you've heard anything new from the Lil Baby. So you've heard lots of stuff from Da Baby, nothing from Lil Baby.
Oh shoot, my boy got a remix, Belly Gang Cushington. Friendu. YK Niece. He just dropped this today. Or Friday, yesterday. So check that out. Sounds boring. Man. Sounds like some average, regular old rap.
Yep, and then you got Lotto and Ice Spice, who used to beef pretty heavily a year or 2 back, put out a track together.
Lotto, Ice Spice?
Lotto and Ice Spice.
I don't even know who they are. No, it's like, I actually saw the video, a clip from the video. Song sounded like it sucked, but
yeah,
right.
It's your typical mainstream. Let's move some units kind of track. Honestly, let's stay relevant.
That's true. Shoot, I'm with it though. You guys like Lotto and Ice Spice? Let us know. Take it.
Yep, and then we got seems like 2 build-ups tracks. We got Don Toliver and the Kid Leroy both let out a new track again. Seems like it's a build-up release to an album drop. Not sure of those release dates on those albums or what they're titled, but Don Toliver's got Tiramisu, which, I mean, Don Toliver, one thing about him is that he sounds the same on every track. You know, it's the same kind of substance to his lyricism. It's the same type of style. It's very on par with Playboy Cardi, honestly. And I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. But it is new, so you know. And then you got Kid Leroy let out a Coldplay, which he's back. He broke up with his girl, so he's back on his breakup song music. So if you're going through some heartbreak or your feelings are hurt right now, you can listen to some Kid Leroy, and that'll probably make you feel a little better about life. Because no matter if you're broke or rich, you go through the same stuff.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. They just go through it even harder, right? Because they tell us all about it. So
right.
They're extra hard.
They just have to listen to it in their Lamborghini or their Ferrari, and we listen to it in our Hondas and Subarus.
J-Lo got a song.
Oh, J-Lo dropping some new heat.
I don't know if it's new. Yeah, I think it's new. Kiss with the Spider Woman. It must be from like a musical or something. Boring.
And pretty much the last one I got, it being kind of a slower, more boring release week, is Joyner Lucas, NVM.
What?
And I actually like this track. Out of all the tracks, we've been talking about, this one I actually do like. He's taking it back to like his older flow, his older style. Kind of jumped off the whole beef wagon with the UK.
I'm here for it. I like what Joyner Lucas does.
I can't do that. Can't do this no more. Can't even take the shit no more without him on my back. Like, and when I tell him how I feel, it's hard to bottle all the stuff inside when I be next to you. And if I have a voice, so you deflect it. For real, them kisses just don't hit the same no more.
Like it. Like it.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely my cool for the week, really. With the rest of them kind of falling under corny to me, except for Justin Bieber's album. I ain't got 2 hours to kill usually a week, so I'm taking them a little piece at a time. The first one I heard was that track with Bakar.
Yeah, I'll take a listen to that Justin Bieber album. I feel like that's for a good road trip.
Right. I wish I'd have had that 2 weeks ago and I went out to Chicago. That'd have been
right
all the way through.
You probably would have threw your phone out the window halfway through. But nah. Especially if you'd have came across that Drake one.
Oh man, yeah, no, I ain't got the time to kill. That would have put me to sleep. I'd have ended up in a ditch listening to that shit.
Bro, ain't nobody got time for that. Well, shoot. I like it though. 2 live reactions. Can't beat that with a bat.
Right.
Yeah, anything else you want to chop it up on? Any other songs you're looking forward to for next week that you heard about, maybe?
I haven't heard about anything really for next week yet. I'm always doing my research, building up everything over the week and everything. But, I mean, I have been listening to the Joey Badass track we talked about a couple last week. Been listening to the Key Glock album we talked about last week. Joey Badass and Key Glock from last week.
Lonely at the Top? Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the All Eyes on Key.
Mm-hmm. I listened to Key Glock, a little bit of Key Glock. I rock with it. It's probably more so like kick back, you know what I mean? Just vibing. And I put it on.
We're still waiting. We're still waiting for the Erykah Badu and Alchemist album to drop. Still hasn't dropped yet.
Nope. That's Erykah Badu for you, right?
Right.
She's gonna be late.
Yep.
That's one thing you know for sure. She's gonna be late.
Yep. I did, for the sake of music and expanding my horizon, did take a listen to Sabrina Carpenter's new album, and a lot of people, and like read up on other people's reactions on it, and a lot of people are really disappointed in that album from her. Where it seems like it was just something to put out there.
That's funny. I I was at work and that song Espresso came on. I'm like, yo, I was talking about this in my show. My song.
Man, when I was out in Chicago, I can't remember that chick's name, but she has the Pink Pony song. And she's pretty popular. That song played nonstop out in Chicago, man. I gotta figure out who that artist is because I like her overall. Chapel Roan, that's her name. Chapel Roan.
Chapel Roan. I've heard the name.
Yeah, she's pretty popular, definitely. She got some poppy hits and everything like that. I like her story. She came up from pretty much absolutely nothing. Really didn't think she was gonna make it anywhere, but had an amazing voice, amazing vocals, great melody. She's a great singer live and in studio. But yeah, no, that was one thing that I thought was funny. Is that she just overplayed in Chicago.
Nice. Well, shoot, yeah, I'm gonna check out this D Smoke album.
Yeah, I'll take a listen to that too. I'm gonna make a note of that right now and take a listen. We can definitely have something to talk about next week on it. See how we feel about D Smoke album.
Sounds like it's just super chill, super vibey. You know. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. I have been listening to, I guess, a lot of Logic lately with everything he has dropping. He pops up a lot more.
Yeah.
But I don't really like his stuff. I just listen to it because he understands the flow. I just feel like he never has anything relevant to say.
Right. Yeah. No, the last relevant thing he had was that 1-800 song.
Larry June got a
Larry June
song.
Larry June stays relevant in my playlist for sure. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
one.
he just dropped a new single with Jay Worthy, 2 Ps.
I have to definitely take a listen to that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bumping that on the way to the grocery store today.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in there. Yeah, I've been listening. You got me listening to Larry June a bit more lately.
Hey,
I'm cool with it. Yeah, Elton John had an album, or just probably a release.
I was gonna say that it's a remastered release. So
it's a Take One session demo.
Okay.
For Captain Fantastic, and then they have Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy live. So it looks like it's just a few different versions of it, just re-released. No, it's the 50th anniversary edition. See how much I know about Elton John, right? But I'll listen to it. Right. I'll start listening to him a little bit more. Yeah, I don't see.
And then Calvin Harris and Jesse Reyes came out with a new song for anybody who likes that poppy EDM mainstream.
And there you go. See, we talk about it all. So tell us what you're listening to. It don't just have to be rap, music. We want to hear it. We love music, man. So You guys come talk music with us. Come hang out with us here on the bus stop every Saturday morning. We'll be here every Saturday morning just talking music, talking sports, talking just whatever is popping. We'll try to talk it, right?
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys always hanging out with us. I don't think I have any other songs that I see.
Yeah, I'll probably take a listen to that Calvin Harris, Jesse Reyes song because I do like Jesse Reyes. She's a great vocalist as well. She's worked with a lot of random artists, including Eminem. So,
your girl dropped a 2-disc album.
Who? Sabrina?
Lizzo.
Oh, Lizzo.
My face still hurts from smiling. That just dropped. Look at she got a track with Lil Jon on there.
Okay. Some Lizzo.
So I'll let my wife listen to it, and I'll act like I'm letting my wife listen to it, and I'll listen to it and see how it is. No.
Yeah, right. That's why I need a significant other eventually, so I can have a reason to listen to some girly stuff here and there.
Right? You're like, I'm not listening to it. I mean, some of it be good. I mean, I'm not saying it's like that, but I mean, really, it feels, it do be like that though. Why am I not listening to this song?
It's the only way I listen to Harry Styles, you know.
Right? Like it's like with kid music, right? You're not just gonna go bump kid music, but because you have your son,
Right.
you know.
Speaking of that, one of my favorite songs I bought with my kid that he loves is what's his name? It's called oh god, what is the name of that song? I listen to it 6 times a day at least.
What was it, the Peppa Pig song?
No, that one's played out now. No, I actually got him, and he knows all the words. My 3-year-old to Jelly Roll, Run It, which is the Sonic 3 soundtrack song.
Okay.
So I'll be bumping some Jelly Roll, some Run It.
I like Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I guess everybody likes Jelly Roll. Well, shoot, man. I think that's a good one for today.
Definitely.
I think it's a good episode. Almost 2 hours in.
It's a yellow car.
Now we're
Oh, is that a Camaro?
I think it's a I don't know what it is. It looks like Corvette from the front.
Yeah.
But it looks something different. It looks like a Lexus LFA on the back.
Looks like a Nissan from the back.
Right?
I don't know. Dang,
talk
that's
everything.
a cool car.
Talk about cars, music.
Yeah.
Sports.
Sports. A little bit of everything, man. I like yellow cars.
Me too.
I'll take a yellow car, sports car for sure. So we got it all, guys. Just come hang out with us every Saturday on the bus stop. We try to come up after around the indoor football world. Yeah, come on every Saturday morning as well, talking indoor football news, all thing and everything indoor football. We got fantasy shows, fantasy reports. I'll be doing tomorrow morning. I'll be doing my first 7 o'clock AM episode. So we'll see how that goes. With my injury updates, there are a lot of injury updates, man, like CMC, Dre Greenlaw, and then a couple others to talk about. And then, we have, I think we'll be doing our pregame show tomorrow morning too at 10, Denver time. So that'll be on Shady Sports Network. We'll probably have a game. Probably somebody calling the games. I have to check the schedule, but we got full lineup, man. We have Dynasty Academy. Talking fantasy football. We have fantasy reports every Tuesday. We have Monarchs of Wrestling on Monday nights, I believe. So we got all kinds of sports covered. So guys, head over to Shady Sports Network if you haven't already. And subscribe wherever you see us at. We're all over social media. So don't forget to subscribe and you stay updated on what we have going on. And then, like I said, here at the bus stop, we're here every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So come hang, or 9:30 a.m. So come hang with us. I think that's it for episode today. Yeah, we did 2 live reactions. We did Drake's Iceman 3. We did Ice Cube's Before Hip Hop. We talked, oh man, so many different songs from Sabrina Carpenter to Justin Timberlake. I think we threw Elton John in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Smoke. We talked about the games. We got the Broncos Titans playing tomorrow morning. That's the 1 o'clock game, right?
Right.
I think that's a 1 o'clock game here in Denver. And then we just got the rest of football kicking off. We had the Chiefs lose to the Chargers yesterday. That was good. Always feels good to see the Chiefs lose, but the Chargers won. We got the Cowboys lost to the Eagles. And what turned out to be actually an exciting game for the first game of the season. So,
and correction, Broncos game is 2:05.
2:05. I was gonna say I don't know. It's at 1. Yeah, it's at 2 o'clock game.
Buffs game is 1:30.
The Buffs game 1:30 today. Yep. So we got the Buffs playing Delaware live on Fox. You can catch that. Football's back, man. There's been football all week, every day. So all day today we got college football. All day tomorrow we got NFL. We got Monday night NFL. And then I think we got turning back around. We got Thursday night college and NFL. So it's here, guys. We're ready for it. So we got all your updates in the NFL here on the bus stop. We got all your music updates as well, too. Get it how you live. Follow us for whatever you want to. And then Shady Sports, we just got all your sports updates in general. So keep rocking with us, guys. We'll let you get back to your Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. please help us reach that goal. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube by the NFL season. So it's a hefty goal. I think we get there with you guys. So keep rocking with us. Keep sharing. Keep telling your friends about it. And, come hang out with us again next Saturday on the bus stop. Peace out, guys.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.